Hi there, it's Lisa. Today I am designing for Paper Maze, papermaze.co.uk. I've received these lovely Amy Tangerine papers from American Crafts. Let me just show you. I've been really excited about using them. I've received quite a few of them, but these are the ones that I picked out for this particular project. Lovely and colourful. Really love the designs, love the feathers, the arrows, and the really happy colours. They're just really fun to cut up and use. Very smiley, I would say, and perfect for this time of year. So that's what I'm going to use today. I'm going to be cutting up some of these pieces to use. I'm also using some Kaisercraft paints. I haven't decided on which colour yet. I've just picked these out because these go. And I'm also using this mask here. I haven't used one of the Kaisercraft masks before, but I do have a thing for masks, so I thought I'd give this a go. It's one called Bubbles, and at £3.85 I think that's a really good price, so we'll see what they're like. Well, there's some designs there as well actually, and I will leave all the links below, so everything that I use you can just click on and have a look yourself. I've printed off my photographs already. Somebody asked me recently about how I print my photos because they're always square, or they tend to be square. These are taken on my phone and I choose the square setting, and then I can just save them. I always save them to Flickr, and from there then I can save them directly from my phone. I have the Flickr app on my phone, and then I have them on my computer, which then I can just print from. So it's really, really easy. So let's get started. I've taken a small piece of white card, and I think I'm going to have this piece here as my frame. And I'm just going to use some of these papers here. I'm just going to cut up some bits and pieces and see what works best. Cut a few of the bits and pieces out, and I'm just going to be sticking them down in place now and just jiggling them around until I'm happy. I'm going to use the back of this paper here, this strip with the punch, and just put a really small scalloped edge along the bottom. I've decided to use the stencil now before I stick anything else down. I'm going to go with the mint, I think. Just dabbing the end of I don't want it really wet. I just want the end of the brush, and I'm going to be using like a stippled effect and holding the stencil nicely in place. If you move it, obviously you're not going to get the correct effect that you want. To hold that like that, and I'm now doing the same with the pink. I don't want it really wet, quite a dry brush. Whoops, let's pop that back where it was, and then go over. So I'm creating like two colours whilst I do this, and I'm really kind of just stippling it down. Let's see how that looks. Looks quite cool. There we go, quite pleased with that. I'm going to do some more of those. So I've added some of the pieces, strips along the bottom, and I've now got this one here. After all that, I'm not actually going to be seeing that much of the stenciling anyway, but it was fun to do it. I'm not quite sure how these are going yet, but repositional tape helps, as I can always change my mind. Do that, and then I was actually going to cut out the flower of this. I quite like this, so a little bit of fussy cutting. I've cut the little flowers out, and I am going to stick them down with some 3D tape in the middle there. I quite like that. And I'm also going to be using this here that was left over. I'm going to cut out the happy and have the everyday and position it so it's not actually stuck together. I'll show you what I mean. So I've done my fussy cutting there, and I think I'm going to need 3D foam tape to stick that in place. Cut that down. Hardly see any of the stenciling now after all that. Right. And I've printed a really small amount of journaling on just a cut off a scrap of A4 card, and I'm going to trim that down as well. And then I'm just going to trim it to use it. That says, the thought of going to Disney makes us feel happy every day. There you go. And then we're on 98 days today, our countdown, but this was taken when we were 99 days to go. We can't wait. I think that can go there, and I am very nearly done. It's a nice easy layout, but these papers make it really easy. They do all the work for you. It's a really nice collection to use. I think I do need to go around with a black pen. Okay, and I am just going to do some sewing, I think, around. I'm going to use a ruler to make sure that my stitching is straight, and then I'm going to use my paper piercer. Let's do some big stitches. My reason for being big stitches, whoops, that one went wonky, is because it's quicker to sew. I'm being lazy, I want my dinner. I should have got dinner made already. I am going to go and choose my colour. I really enjoy sewing on paper. You just thread it through and secure with a bit of sticky tape on the back, and then just sew as if you would normally sew. If you don't completely go over the pencil lines, you can always just rub them away afterwards. It's really easy. So I've done my sewing around the outside there. I did go wonky, and that is really bothering me. So I'm going to take this little flower here and cut that out just to stick over the edge, over the top there. I know nobody knows and it doesn't matter, but it's bothering me, and I know. So I just stick that over. I'm always one to say there's no mistakes when crafting. It's all about covering things up. Don't stress, just think of what you can do to cover something up when you make a boo-boo. There we go, a bit more 3D tape. Whack that over the top, as if it was always meant to be there. I wonder if there's anything else I can stick on. I'm going to do a couple of the clouds as well, why not? I'm always a fan of a cloud or two. So I'm just going to roughly cut around. The papers are obviously from the same kit, so it all matches. I'm going to make this one higher and the other one lower. There, that looks right in the end, doesn't it? Like it was meant to be. There we go, a little close-up for you. That's my happy everyday layout with all the lovely colours. I hope you've enjoyed that. A really straightforward one, but like I said, it's the really lovely papers that make it very easy. Thank you very much for joining me today. If you've enjoyed this colourful layout, please give me a very lovely thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you very much. See you soon. Bye.